Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's having an awesome Monday. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pam Fisher-Dale, and I am proudly a member of this awesome Boom Squad community in Arbonne. And I'm so excited to get to share with you guys tonight. We just came back from, as you guys heard last week from Shannon and Shannon, we came back from our VP retreat just so fired up. And we did things differently at our retreat this year. We really made it a mastermind, and we focused a lot on skills, skills that can really help you guys to build your business, to even if you're coming in with zero knowledge, to be able to just get going and not feel stuck. And so one of the things that I'm so excited to share about tonight is Chat GPT. Who here has actually heard of Chat GPT before? We're going to be doing like a 101 beginner session tonight. You never ever have to have heard of it to participate tonight. Okay. And so, but what I am going to say is if you do want to follow along tonight, let me just go ahead and share my screen 1 second. Oops, Tori, my dear, can you allow screen sharing, please? It says host disabled participant sharing. Let's see. Just let me know when it's good to go. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right. Sorry, I have a lot of random stuff on my screen. Hopefully you guys can see the right thing. Okay. I'm going to be toggling back and forth between two screens. So sorry if it's kind of messy. I'm not going to put this in slideshow mode. Otherwise, I won't be able to do that easily with one hand. For those of you who don't know, I broke my wrist. And so I have this lovely, can you guys see my arm right now? Don't I look super attractive? I'm actually having surgery tomorrow morning. So I'm literally one-handed for the past week. And let me tell you, Chat GPT has become my BFF because I have asked it to do so many things for me that I'm going to share some of those with you tonight. But if you guys have not used it before, I did put this on the very first slide. As I'm kind of giving this intro, please go to chatgpt.openai.com. You can get the free version 3.5 so that you can follow along in tonight's training. I apologize that I forgot to post this earlier. Or if you're doing this from your phone, you can do it from your phone. You can go to get the app for it. Again, just grab the free version. Just go ahead and get yourself an account right now while I'm doing this intro, because it will be fun for you to follow along. It will make more sense if you get to play with it. Okay. But all right, so here's the vision. Oh, and if you guys don't mind, if you all can mute yourselves as you join, that would be awesome. Or Tori, maybe if you want to mute everyone besides me, and then I can unmute myself if needed. But here's the thing, you guys. What we're going to talk about tonight, as we are doing in all of these skills trainings, we're going to share a vision with you for the training. We're going to help you get set up, and we're going to put it to work. So you guys are going to walk away from this training tonight with some skills that you can immediately start using. And I love the chatter that I saw. Some people saying that they've been. Whoops. You guys hear me? Oh, so I think I'm echoing. Okay. That people have been using it since our training, and it's really helped them. And I see like different people say they've been using it. Yep. So it's really, really going to help out. Okay. With your business. And so go ahead and get it installed. It's also going to help with your personal life. And let me just share with you. Sorry, I'm like a crazy one-handed person. All right. So let me just share with you guys my vision for this. All right. So as network marketers in Arbonne, we want to be able to do more with less. Okay. We want to make sure that anything that we do in our business is duplicatable, that people that come in onto our teams can leverage, free resources. The thing is, we're all very, very busy people, and we are only one person, right? Most of us don't have the luxury of having a personal assistant or a virtual assistant at the beginning stages of our business. I mean, I've never had one. And, but here's the thing about Chat GPT, which I'm going to teach you tonight, is that you can essentially have an assistant that helps you for free. And that is duplicatable, that you can have your brand new people use right from the get-go. This can be part of like your getting started, sitting down with them, showing them how to do this, having them watch this video. And it enables you to take things that are more like manual and tedious, like planning, writing, and having that be handled by your virtual assistant, aka Chat GPT, so that you can spend the time doing what you do best. Because you guys, what you do best is probably connecting with other people, right? That's probably what your core competency is. I mean, you might be good at administrative tasks, but doing administrative tasks is not going to build your Arbonne network. It is not going to build, the kind of legacy business that you want to create, right? I'm sure you're all super, super busy people, and you want to be able to have tools and resources to make your life easier so that you can duplicate yourself. So the reason I got into using it is I actually, in my day job, I work in corporate high tech. And one day I had to respond to like my first RFP. And if you guys have ever heard of an RFP, it's a request for proposal. And it's essentially like putting together like a thesis. Like you have to answer all of these questions. It is like a research project, right? And so one of my coworkers said, Pam, this is how we're going to do it. Super awesome. We're going to throw all of your responses in Chat GPT, and you're going to be able to make them sound awesome and readable. And so basically like what I would do is I would get like a response from our technical team that was maybe like a very, very technical, boring paragraph that your eyes would glaze over, right? And I could throw that into Chat GPT and say, make this more readable, add bullets, make it more professional sounding, easy to read. And in a second, it would spit out exactly, a better paragraph with bullets, making it easy to read and awesome. And I tell you guys, I ended up creating a great proposal, and the client ended up purchasing from us. And so that sold me on this. And I started thinking about, gosh, imagine if I could use this in my Arbonne business. Imagine if it could help me in my Arbonne business. And so let me pause and ask you guys a question. And I want you all to type in the chat here on Zoom. Type in the Zoom chat. If you had a personal assistant, what things would you ask them for help with? What are some things that you would love for somebody to help you with? What are things that get you stuck? Social media posts, thank you cards, social posting, how to break down your day and prioritize. Yep. Content scheduling, asking problem questions. You guys, these are so good. Reach outs, thank you card. Like guys, all of these are amazing. And guess what, you guys? Working stay-at-home mom schedule. Guess what? The good news is these are all things that ChatGPT can literally help you with. I'm gonna start sharing with you guys some real life examples. Remind me at the end if I forget to do this, to share my examples from yesterday. Somebody remind me at the very end to share like some of the things I put in on a Sunday to help my personal life. Okay. So why ChatGPT? So first of all, let me explain what it is. So for those of you who don't know what this is, it's a free assistant available to anyone. And if you think back, like in the days when like email first came out, do you guys remember AOL, for instance? Hearing about AOL or using AOL. That was like one of the first versions of email, right? And now look today, we've got Gmail, right? Or social media. MySpace, I think, was one of the first social media platforms. And now we use Facebook, we use TikTok and stuff like that. Well, ChatGPT is literally like probably the first platform of its type, one of the first of its type for people, everyday people like me and you. All right. This type of technology has been artificial intelligence, AI. It's been around for a long time. Like when I worked for IBM 10 years ago, when I, worked for Oracle, those companies, they were already utilizing it. They were already developing it. But ChatGPT is something that the average person, me and you, can use for free. Okay. So what it does, and there's many, many, many different use cases. All right. But some examples of the things that I think it's a game changer for is it helps me with my writer's block. Okay. So for instance, gosh, like, I'm just going to show you really quick. Hold on. I'm going to drag this down a little bit. Like today, let's see. I needed to, I mean, these were some work examples. Like I needed to ask somebody if they would be a reference. So I asked somebody to, I just said, you know, write an email to this person asking if she's willing to be a reference for this other potential client. Yesterday, my friend and I were talking and she was asking for, Pam, what do I get a 7-year-old for a birthday? And so I asked ChatGPT, what should I get a 7-year-old girl for a birthday gift? One of my other friends was telling me that she had just come from a birthday party where somebody was super mean to her daughter, and her daughter's birthday is coming up this weekend, and she wanted to essentially uninvite somebody to a birthday party. And so she's like, what do I say to like get her not to come? I mean, how crazy is this, you guys? I asked ChatGPT to help me write a short and polite and kind message to basically uninvite somebody's child to a birthday party. I know, isn't that crazy? I mean, no, like you guys can ask for advice on so many things. I know that's kind of a mean example, but it spit out like the nicest example, and then I was able to give it to my friend, and I didn't take credit for writing it. But you can literally ask ChatGPT for advice on so many things. Okay, but bringing it back to Arbonne, you can ask what it can do is it can free you up from manual writing tasks. Okay, so it can really help you. Or if you're like, for instance, if you're like, I just started, you know, my Arbonne business and I don't know what to write for my first post, you know, or if you're one of the kind of people that says, you know, I don't really like doing social media and I don't know what to say for Instagram or Facebook. Like, I just don't even know what to say. I need some help just getting started. You can literally ask it to write an Instagram post for you or a Facebook post. Or a lot of times I will put a lot of effort into writing a long post on Facebook, and then I go to put it on Instagram and it's too long because Instagram's posts are shorter. So all I have to do is say shorten for Instagram. And like in 1 second later, I've got the right sized post shortened for me. And you'll see in a second how that works, but it's awesome. You can use it to create emails, newsletters, etc. It can help you with being creative. Like I sometimes get stuck on creativity. I have a negative story that I tell myself sometimes that I am not a creative person. And so I can ask it questions like, hey, help me think of some awesome team building ideas for our next team gathering, for our next retreat. And you can literally use it to help you with brainstorming. That's something really, really good. It can come up with hashtags, hooks, call to action. You can use it as your own personal concierge for like asking you for travel ideas or whatever, or even translation. So unlike Google Translator, where like if you were using Google Translator to translate something, it translates for you very, very literally. Whereas ChatGPT, it'll translate something with the right context, and it'll even provide you with pronunciation. So if you want to know how to pronounce something, say you want to go live in another language, you can, you know, have all the pronunciations there. So just really fun, different examples, right? But I want to show you this example that Whitney Haynes, for those of you who've been around Arbonne for a while or been to the recent GTC, you saw Whitney Haynes present on stage. And this is something that she actually told us that she had wanted to present on stage and didn't have enough time to show. So I'm going to show it to you guys right here. But you're going to see that she's asking ChatGPT to help her write a post about the Green Gut Glow bundle. So just watch this for a second. Okay, so it'll zoom in a sec. So it says, write me a Facebook post about Arbonne's Green Gut Glow bundle with a hook and a call to action. So ChatGPT even put in emojis. Okay. So there is like, it does not look amazing. It just whipped out a post in like 3 seconds. How cool is that, you guys? Like, this is for somebody like me who gets writer's block or tells myself BS things like I'm not creative. This allows me to have a starting point on my creativity. And then the cool thing is you just go in and if you like it, you can copy it straight as is, or you can copy it and then paste it over and then tweak it. Definitely tweak it. Add your own voice if you want to. But like I said, go ahead and if you haven't already gone to chat.openai.com, go ahead and get your account set up. I'm going to keep going just because I know we only have 13 minutes left. But you guys can always listen to this replay if you want some of these ideas again. But like I said, there's two different versions. The free account 3.5 is totally fine for beginners. You can get it for your mobile phone through the app, or you can get it just on your computer like I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so what we're going to do, let me just minimize this again. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try this first example. So for those of you who have installed it, let me just check the chat really quick. Actually, if somebody can just moderate the chat and let me know if there's any burning questions and just say it out loud. And if not, I'm just going to keep going and we can take the questions at the end. Okay. All right, cool. So, all right, you guys. So what I want you to do is, I'm going to copy this, write me a Facebook post about Arbenz. So what we're going to do is in ChatGPT, you're going to go up here to the top left and click on this top left little thing called New Chat. Okay. I'm using version 4. I'll just go to 3.5 so you can see it. But so what I want you to do is I want you to type in a prompt. And you guys, you cannot break this. So don't worry about messing up. You're not going to mess up. Just start to talk to ChatGPT in your voice. And this is your account. So it is going to start to get to know you and the way that you talk. And it's going to start sounding more and more like you the more feedback that you give it. So it is important to give feedback, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So, but for the purpose of this example, I want you to type in the prompt something like, write me a Facebook post about Arbonne's Green Gut Glow bundle with a hook and a call to action. Okay. So go ahead and say something like this. I'll type it in the chat. And then once you do that, you just click the send message. And then you guys can see it already started, right? It already wrote me a post like in 1 second. Okay. So maybe I'll say add bullets. Well, it didn't really add very many bullets, but a lot of times if it has like a lot more points, it'll add more bullets. Or I could say shorten. Okay. So you guys can see like this is another fun one that came up in the retreat. You can make it sound a certain way. So like if you want to give your chat GPT a funny voice, like I can say like, make it sound like Dolly Parton. I'm typing with one hand, sorry. Isn't that funny, you guys? You can have fun with this, right? Well, howdy, y'all. It's me, Pam, channeling my inner Dolly Parton with her nails and her star. I'm here to share some down home, good old news with you. Anyway, you guys can read it. But how fun is that, right? So like I love Shannon Wenzel. She was like, I like my post to sound sassy. All right. So like you can say like make sound sassier. Sound sassy or all right. So like you can just do whatever you want. Okay. This is, like I said, it's yours to make it sound fun and, or maybe more professional. Like in the case of you guys, I am a pretty casual person in general. So a lot of times when I'm using this for work, I will write it in my voice and then I'll say, make it sound more professional. Because sometimes it needs to sound a little more professional, right? Because I'm dealing with like HR departments at work. And people are a little more professional. So use this however you need it. All right. Use it to make your life easier. whenever you're stressing about what to write, think, you know what, I can just go to ChatGPT and give it a prompt and whatever, right? So what did you guys think? Did you guys get some good thoughts from that first exercise? So like I said, you can make it more, you can give it more instructions to rewrite it, make it shorter, make it longer, use emojis, make it more playful. And then, oh, here's the other thing. So what you want to start doing is you want to start training it. And the way that you train it is like, let's say I liked this version, I would give it the thumbs up. If I didn't like it, I would give it the thumbs down. And then, like, let's say I give it the thumbs down, it says, why? So tell me why. And you guys give it a second, just say too sassy or whatever. Okay. Or just say it's not true or it's not helpful. Whatever your thing is, like, tell it, because that's how it starts to learn your voice. Okay. And that's really important because it just makes it easier and easier to use this as it knows how to sound like you. Really consider it like your personal assistant. Okay. And then you can rate the responses. If you like what it's written, here's a little clipboard. So that's how you copy it. Let's say this is good, but you want to see another version of it. Then you click this little regenerate button and it gives you another version. All right. So again, just play around with it. You guys cannot break this. And then I want to pause for a second and go down here and show you the bio feature. So if you click on your bio down here, it says custom instructions. Wait, is that the right one? Hold on. Oh yeah, custom instructions. So I literally, you guys, very, very quickly, I had already written like my profile in other places, like on LinkedIn and stuff like that. And so I had just copied and pasted my profile into here. But you guys, I want you to take what you developed last week on the call with Shannon. Okay, take what you developed from your branding and your core values and your, all those things, and incorporate that into this. Like I put my brand pillars here, right? So like you can put your brand pillars there, but definitely ask all of these GPT's responses to be. So I like things less formal, more heartfelt, less fluff, more casual. I said ideally usually make it a couple of paragraphs, call me Pam, but answer these questions. And I tell you, it is going to make the responses so much better. Like it is going to sound, you're going to die at like how much it sounds like you when you actually fill that part in. Okay. So going to the next example. So here's the second example. So I want you guys to go back to your ChatGPT and up here, click this for new chat. Okay. So we're going to start a brand new chat. And for this next chat, I would like you to do a prompt, something like this. Like something like write a holiday newsletter to my clients that's cute and helpful so that they want to stick it on their fridge. Include a protein ball recipe, gift ideas with the holiday products, a fizz mocktail recipe, and a fizz cocktail recipe. Okay. So I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys. Oops, in the Zoom chat, I mean. Okay. So go ahead and type something to that effect. Again, make it yours, okay? This is like totally for you to use, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and type that here. I'm gonna say include, I'm gonna say include bullets and emojis. Okay. So you guys check this out. What it does is it goes and it searches the internet for this type of info, okay? So it's come up with a draft of a holiday newsletter for me. It's got a greeting here at the beginning. It's got a protein ball recipe. It's gone ahead and grabbed an Arbonne protein ball recipe from somewhere, which is amazing. And you can always swap that out with your favorite recipe, right? But at least this gets your creative juices flowing, right? And then this part, you probably want to build this out a little bit, looking for thoughtful gifts. Maybe then put in here, add maybe you can paste in here some of your favorite holiday bundles from this holiday season and say like incorporate the rejuvenating cream bundles, include, you know, whatever. You can put information like that here and ask it to add it, and then it can add that to it, or you can add it in later. Okay. But you can give it that feedback to like say, beef up the section on gift ideas. And then here it's given a fizz mocktail recipe. You know, it's gone ahead and given a mocktail recipe. It's given a cocktail recipe. And how fun is that? There's already like little emojis and bullets and all that kind of stuff, right? So you guys, one of my biggest struggles has been I've always wanted to create a newsletter. And I would actually love to have a weekly newsletter to my clients. But I just get stuck on the creativity part. So what this does is it gives me a starting point, right? It gives me a framework. So all I need to do is go in and edit it slightly and add my own maybe favorites and ideas. And I could do that quickly and easily. So what did you guys come up with anything good on that one? Who here tried it? Did anybody try it? Yeah, Shannon said hers wrote a snowball protein ball recipe. She was blown away. That's so awesome. Maddie's like, I'm so excited and mind blown. I almost dropped my phone. I love it. You guys, that's so awesome. You guys play around with it. And I want us to use our new Boom Squad group, the new Facebook group that we just had go live this week. Hopefully you guys have all joined it. Use that group to share some examples, okay? Like let's share ideas. Like maybe after we share this training, post some comments, you know, underneath it and just say, hey, I tried this and look what, you know, ChatGPT gave me this. You guys, let's use it to get creative together, okay? All right, here's another example. This one is write an Instagram post about the silver lining of building an Arbonne business, the friendships. You know, we show up to support and encourage each other. Include thoughts about sisterhood, people who lift each other up, being a lifer, being there for one another. This is awesome, you guys. You know, use ChatGPT to help you get, you know, posts or, you know, messages started about the business, right? Whether it's the community, whether it's the legacy business, whether it's B Corp, there's so many different topics you can write about to talk about the beauty of this business, right? So definitely, you know, here's, you know, another kind of prompt or idea for a prompt that you can play around with. And you guys, I challenge you, and again, just always start a new chat when you're doing that. I challenge you to just maybe challenge yourself to like do one of these every day, okay? And just it'll help you. And look, it even creates hashtags, right? Arbonne sisterhood, lifelong friendship, support and encouragement. Like it's so cool. And you can say like, make longer, you know, maybe you want it longer. I don't know, just make longer. Okay, so then it goes into more depth, whatever, you know? So play around with it, challenge yourself to take some of this inspiration, tweak it to make it yours, and then post it. And that'll get you in the habit of posting more regularly, okay? And I know we're out of time, you guys, but I did want to share this idea. So help me create a social media campaign for Black Friday for my Arbonne business. Make each post no longer than a paragraph and include bullets and emojis. Include sassy hooks and call to action, okay? So you can come up with some fun, you know, whether you're using like Project Broadcast or you're just texting or however you're doing it, right? That is another example of a type of post that you can do, okay? So just really to start, again, getting those creative juices flowing. I know I need this, right? Look at it. It's generating all these posts for me. How cool is that, right? So I'm just gonna wrap it up, you guys. Time flew, but like I said, get your creative juices flowing. Let's brainstorm together. Let's share ideas in our Boom Squad group. I'm gonna go back and look at the chat, but we can, I don't know if Tori, if you want to stop the recording now or if, but I really encourage you guys as part of this 101 exercise, just to get your fingers dirty and try it. Just get in there and try it. And and just hopefully you'll be inspired by what you can come up with. And we are going to be following this up with like a chat GPT part 2 training and more trainings to come. But this is just the starting point because we want everyone to give it a shot.
Do you want to take some questions, Pam?
Yeah, I'm happy to.
And then I'm going to leave the recording going though, because sometimes that's the same question everybody has. So if anybody has questions, please unmute.
And you know, Valerie Denny made a good comment. She said, Pam, this is cool, maybe slightly creepy, right? And here's the thing, you guys, I know it might seem weird, and I know there's some resistance to AI just because it is kind of weird, right? But here's the deal, you guys, it's not going to go away. It is here to stay, and you might as well embrace it. You might as well leverage it, make you save time, so that you can, like, again, the whole purpose of this is to just, I know I get in my own way when I can't be creative, okay? And if I can just get something started, I can get it finished, right? Sometimes I just need that something to get me through my writer's block and to just make me feel like I can come up with something cute and creative. And I feel that way after using this tool. So it is so worth it to give it a shot. Who has questions? You guys feel free to unmute yourselves if you want to ask anything. Anybody? Or anyone want to share any excitement, or anyone that's been using it, like especially the VPs that have been using it since our retreat? If anyone wants to share any feedback of how this has been helpful.
Well, I did it in the chat earlier. I used it for my renewals and rewards and free gifts. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just sound so much better. I was so excited to send them instead of, like whatever. And I would just say,
totally know.
Sound more casual, make it, add this bullet point that I forgot about or whatever. And it was just like, I didn't have to rewrite the whole thing every time. It was fantastic.
Isn't that so? I totally agree.
Yeah. And it helped me because I also send it to clients who aren't super engaged in their business. So it made it sound really professional so that it wasn't like me coming in, you know what I mean? Like it just sounded good. I was like, how come I never even thought of wording it that way? But
oh my gosh, totally.
Yeah.
I love it. That's
yes,
so
the
great.
free version's been enough for me, Maddie, maybe in part 2, get into stuff that you haven't taught us yet, but that was
right now. Yeah, 100%. You guys, right now the 3 version is good enough. There's some plugins and stuff that you can use in the 4.0, which we can get into in a further training. But right now, all you need is the free version.
They can't unmute. That's the let me sorry. I thought I clicked everyone could unmute. Where'd it go?
It's under, I think, participants. Is it under there? And then maybe the arrow. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't there. That's why I was like,
oh well.
Sorry, you don't get to answer anything. It's gone. That's where I muted it, but
I don't know. Sorry, I can't see right on this one. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Again, I think this is good enough just to get started, and we can continue the brainstorming, in the Facebook group. And we totally want to hear stuff that's working for you. Okay. Yay. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you for the feedback. And I can't wait to collaborate with you guys more. Like we're in this full on like brainstorming, masterminding mode with everyone here. Okay. So every single one of you guys, your voices are really important, and we want to learn from each other. So keep the ideas sharing and coming. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you. Bye.